when does this happen? So it's going to square on the 20th. It's kind of like a, okay, so Sun square Pluto, these people have power trip problems. They, everybody has power if they root themselves in truth and gain knowledge, and now knowledge is power. But the, I mean, you got to look at the whole chart, but then, okay, so what the Sun square Pluto is, it's like, well, how do they use that power? What's up with that? The Sun square Pluto is corrupt, if you ask me. There's corruption, and they're kind of not apt to use that power that is connecting with Pluto and the Sun, which is very egoic. See, I have a Pluto conjunct Sun, and I just know that the conjunctions are very unique, just like the oppositions. Those, there are only one of those, and you don't mix them up with the squares. The squares are hard aspects where you don't see. You don't see. The conjunction, you have no choice but to see, and that fucker will fry you up if you do not obey. Now we're talking about Pluto. That is, well, I know Pluto as being the guru and or God. It's the purifier. It's the one that says, well, let's just look. It's all here. It's all mine anyway. It's all the truths. And so, yeah, when the truth sayer or the truth being or whatever vibes, it's what it is. It's truth time for the mass collective when we see a sun square Pluto or anything square Pluto. It's like a truth time, considering it being where it is. It's kind of like fresh as a daisy, right? What is the issues over the Aquarius age? It's about regenerating and degenerating something. What degenerates is bullshit, and so that's what's going to be happening with humanity itself, because it's Aquarius, and then we have now the Taurus square, 4 degrees on the 24th. I'm just talking about the full moon. It will be our first experience with, I think it's our first experience with the Sun square Pluto too. While Pluto is at now, it just moved into 2 degrees, so it's closer. It's 2 degrees away. That's a square to Pluto and the Sun. Woo! Hey, if you have early degrees fixed is Leo, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, trying to keep it in order there. They all square, and none of them understand each other, but yet they can learn from each other. The way it goes is that the forward squares, which means, see, Taurus is the first, and just chewing their cud, and then there's a square to Leo, and they kind of look over at Leo and think, lots of noise over there. Yeah, clown act, but really it's like, no, we're celebrating. See, they don't understand. It's like, well, maybe you're just a fuddy-duddy over there, the Taurus people, it's like, fine, you can stay in the meadow and stuff, but Leo goes lights and on the stage, and what are we doing, and with the kids, and yeah, it's the sun ruled, and then, see, what I'm saying is that the forward squares, Leo, Taurus learns from Leo, hard lessons, but and then Leo learns from Scorpio, hard lessons, but and Scorpio is learning from Aquarius, hard lessons, but and the trippy thing is that Aquarius has to kind of mellow out hard lessons from Taurus, and that's what we're kind of experiencing with the Uranus and Taurus, which Jupiter is going to be conjuncting here on the 22nd also. It's kind of a trip that the square is happening right. See, right in between the Sun square Pluto and the Moon square Pluto with the opposition is this amazing Jupiter conjunct Uranus in Taurus, which is the later degrees. And it's been, really the Uranus in Taurus is beautiful because it's telling us to calm down and stop thinking, talking to the Aquarius over there, that see, stop using synthetic means of living that aren't healthy for you. Go organic. And in fact, can you do without a lot of that? The answer is yes. See, these issues won't be hashed out overnight, not even 10 years. Oh, we're going to see something that presses through that says we don't care about the organic, and it's gonna be plugging into brains and stuff, and I don't know if we're gonna survive any of that. But in 40 years, if we learned our lesson, which that's probably what's going to happen. There's going to be like a collapse of this shit. It's like, what are you doing? Somebody has a great idea, but the thing is kind of go. Oh, there is a plan, you guys. You can dial in on it. You can kind of think about it. Let alone that your life has a little minuscule thing it's doing here. There is something happening here on a massive scale that it's not random. What this intended us to do, and how that there's a split now that you can go either way, but what we're going to see, it's just the split is there. There's one way or the other. And the thing I know, just going general, that is that because I've thought about it a little bit, and you can too, in the comfort of your own home. Just lock the doors, shut the windows, close, turn off the lights, wait till 3 in the morning, sit with it, this split thing. So I know that this is the way it is. It's okay. We could say so many words about it, but it's the inorganic team versus the organic team, and it has to do with your connection to God. God is the organics, the universe. We've already talked about this. I mean, when I say we, babe, there's a lot of information on here. I'm not copying these people. I am somebody. My grandma knows who I am. I know who I am, and anyway, I have a channel too. Got to communicate, got to keep trying to communicate, and make your bed. Make sure you make your bed, and then also wash your head. The split, it's just, we can see, well, in our minds, like what would happen. It's kind of funny if you think a little bit. Think of the organic team who says, we need clean water. We need the right kinds of nourishment. We have to figure it out. Go back to main stable. We need to ground ourselves. And what else? Let's get back into playing music organically. Let's also let's work with our hands a little more. Let's pet an animal. That scene when you see the split over there, and then what does the other team say? They say the opposite of that. They're saying gamble, because I don't know why. And then also, but let's do this. I want to drink the Kool-Aid, and well, it's coming. We're going to put our brains into the system, and I already have my intravenous food line, please. And where does food come from? And and this is great. No, we have money. We have money. Yes, money? Watch this. Just fucking blocked off a bunch of people over there or something. The stock market, let's keep warring against the organic people. No, it's not like that. What I'm trying to say is visualize what kind of garden. They're like, no, we want our world and we don't need you. Oh, yeah? Okay. That shit over there? All I know is like, well, can we stop mixing it up? I'm not going to keep working for that shit that we put all our energy into something that doesn't pay off. Not really. I mean, come on, there should be like this symbiotic thing happening. See, the thing is that people don't know any different. 80% that are running out there and it's getting kind of a little bit, you can say it's getting worse. Only because that there's no organization between the organic team. I mean, with the organic team. I'm trying right here. I'm like, can you hear me? It's like, I'm pretty sure the inorganic team, they look all perfect, and it's like impossible. You can't touch them, right? They're never gonna, get down on their knees and start gardening, are they? I don't know. You look on my 10 years worth of Facebook and you see evidence that I've done that. Trying to do it. The climate is changing. There's some things I'm doing that it's like, well, did you notice everything you do is useless, especially if it's to contribute back on your own microcosmic scale. No, there's a batting back going of that right now. I don't know what the fuck they want of us. Who are they? I think it's just a few. Very easy how they do it. I get glimpses of how is it being so well controlled to the point where they have the setup in my neighborhood here is geared. It's the people, it's the programming, that it's a hit and miss, but if it sticks with you, you too can become a Mr. Smith and restrain everybody from communicating and being who they are, and take them to the big boot, let them stomp you in the face. The Mars thing right now, what I was trying to talk about, how that it's still very dormant, and I mean, really, we'd like to get going, but Mars is still in Pisces over there, and here's what it is. We have to go through this transformation, ego death, rearrange your entire nervous system. It's happening now. It's so fortunate that it's happening because there's a lot of going on with the sun's rays going through our bodies and stuff. And you know what? You need to radically self-care. If you need to rest, rest. I don't know about you, but me being Mars ruled and just the Aries has been going through a hell of a shit, a protractor of everybody's death because they see it first and they're like, woo, learn how to garden. Either learn how to garden or find out what's edible around you. Because there could be a food shortage very early. What's happening now, very easily. What's happening now is the sign of it's coming. That they are stopping people. This is fucking so upsetting to me, and we should go to war. They are stopping people from doing mom and pop gardening on the smallest scale with the excuse that either it's like water poisoning, so they have to build like a cement flooring, and it's just money that they can't afford, so it's like they're binding them with that. And it's war. The bottom line, what they're really saying is, you're using our water. You're using our water, and it's like bullshit. The water is going. There isn't a shortage unless you're pinching it off, and then you're taking the information on how to collect it away. And the rainwater isn't even what we're talking about. There's primary wells that the forever water is there, and same with oil. Oil is never short either. It's like water. It percolates up out of the ocean, like the ocean, you know. And so, yeah, there are people that are playing with money, resources, people. It's a big, weird fucking game. You look at it, it's like, wow, what is this thing? Interesting. It's like somebody has an ant box, you know, and I do that there with my chickens, and man, but the thing is that this is God. This is divine looking at me. I don't know if you've noticed. Notice it. Go out in Mother Nature and notice, if you notice the wildlife around there, try to connect with it. They will. They will. Short of waving at you and going, so beautiful, really. And we don't know the half of it because this is just a huge petri dish of things. And you know, even though that things go extinct here, there's other worlds and other planets that have other things. See, these programs, which is what they are, and I'm pretty sure, boy, you know, all of these little things and creatures, you know, elephants and giraffes and stuff. We're talking about this is because of Earth. The Jupiter conjunct Uranus wants us to pop into the Earth realm, man. And it's much more than just dirt and the physical world. It's a dream here. We are doing, like I said, the programs from what? You know, this is God imagining stuff here, and you cannot start tapping into it and start fucking around. You better obey and try to harmonize, man. Oh my God. I would rather be riding an elephant around. See, this is what Uranus and Taurus wants us to do. And it's going to try and pull us into it. I don't doubt that before Uranus gets out of Taurus, that there is just earth changes that will happen that forces a lot of places to say, why don't you use your technology right? All of it. And what we mean is tune it to where it heals us. The EMF waves can be tuned to actually, just like music, can be tuned, the notes can be tuned off a little bit and it doesn't promote growth. Or it could be tuned on to the 528 and it starts to resonate and promote growth. I know it has vibrational frequency and I've been doing it all my life, and it's like, don't talk to me about try and feel good and then you get everything you want. Some people are already doing that, and if you notice, they got everything I want. Now what? Now what? Now what? Did you know that you're supposed to share it? If you're a manifester and you're doing something, oh God. See, who wants to be bound down with the illusion of ownership of property like this? You don't want what the next person wants over there, who is just building a fort and shutting everybody out and doing ego. And they're doing ego on a level that's on their level of just, can you guys get over it? Did you guys get over it yet? Are you talking about other people? And the truth is, you never got to fucking bother to know those people. That's probably why they flew off the handle. They're like, fuck it, you don't care anyway. And you went, yeah! I'm an entertainer, just like a lot of energy, just like what you see out there on the TV set. We don't all make it there. We don't want to. What if we want to do something better than that? What if you have a chance to turn on a channel? Channel means something more deep. There's a synthetic channel, which is the channel, all the channels, 57 channel and nothing on. And then you have human people that, in fact, you become a channel. You have a specific thing to contribute here, like Tesla or somebody else who just managed to channel this stuff up and said, hey, there's water underneath that creates electricity. See, that's what we have here. We're sitting here on where I live is a massive ruins site. I'm pretty sure it was a massive granite city-sized castle, at least 4 miles high. And within it, it had the aquifers created electricity. There's pyramid structures inside of it. There's all kinds of stuff happening. See, I bet you anything, if you X-ray this mountain, you can see those aquifers and passages. But the destruction that happened through space weaponry has rendered it down unrecognizable.